What is something you'll never forgive yourself for? When I was 16, I had this friend Austin who was basically invisible at school. Kid was smart but super quiet, wore the same 3 hoodies every week, ate lunch alone while reading comics. Most people didn't even know his name, but he was genuinely funny when you actually talked to him. Had this weird obsession with old sci-fi movies, and somehow always knew when I was having a bad day. We'd been friends since middle school, back when we both got picked on for different reasons. I was the short kid with glasses who couldn't make a free throw to save his life. Austin was just Austin, existing in his own world while everyone else pretended he wasn't there. Junior year, everything changed for me. I hit a growth spurt, got contacts, made the JV basketball team. Suddenly, people knew my name. Girls started talking to me. I got invited to parties. For the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged somewhere. Austin was happy for me at first. He'd joke about me becoming famous and forgetting about him. I always laughed it off, told him he was being ridiculous. We were best friends. Nothing would change that. But things did change. I started sitting with the basketball guys at lunch instead of with Austin. When he'd text me to hang out on weekends, I'd make excuses because I had team stuff or parties. He never complained, just said maybe next time. The breaking point came during homecoming week. There was this stupid tradition where upperclassmen would prank underclassmen. Nothing too crazy, just harmless stuff. But some of the seniors had it out for Austin. They thought he was weird, called him creepy behind his back. Tuesday morning, I was walking to first period with my new friends when we saw a crowd gathered around Austin's locker. Someone had covered it with printed memes making fun of him, written "freak" in permanent marker across the metal. Austin was standing there trying to peel everything off, his face completely red. The basketball guys started laughing. One of them, Trevor, looked at me and said, "Isn't that your old friend?" The way he said "old friend" made it clear what my answer should be if I wanted to stay in the group. I should have walked over to Austin, should have helped him clean his locker, should have told Trevor to shut up. Instead, I just shrugged and said, "We used to hang out in middle school, but not really anymore." Austin heard me. Our eyes met for maybe 2 seconds before he looked away and kept pulling tape off his locker. I saw something break in his face, like he'd been holding on to hope that I was still the same person, and I'd just crushed it. I told myself I'd talk to him later, make it right somehow. But I kept putting it off. Days turned into weeks. Austin stopped trying to make eye contact in the halls. He ate lunch in the library instead of the cafeteria. When we passed each other, it was like I was invisible to him the same way he'd always been invisible to everyone else. 2 months later, Austin's family moved across town. His dad got transferred to a different branch of his company. Austin switched schools for senior year. I found out through my mom, who heard it from his mom at the grocery store. I never got to apologize.